Welcome in, y'all. Cowboy here. Today we're going to be keeping it pretty short. I found a hidden effect in the Hellepoort yesterday in my stream. I just wanted to bring that to you guys. So pay close attention here, guys. We all know about the 10% healing and the 20% burning damage effect on the Hellepoort, but see if you guys can spot in the next 15-20 seconds what that hidden effect is. If you guys need a hint, ask yourself how I'm healing. Alright guys, congratulations, you figured it out, let me know down in the comments. The answer though, is the ablaze. So when you set a target ablaze with the Hellepoort, it's going to consider that ablaze damage part of damage done by the Hellepoort and heal you for 10% of it, which I suppose is not a hidden effect, but it's an unintended outcome, and it's really, really strong. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of how to use this. Alright, so which boat should you guys be rocking when you're doing this? Two options come to mind. One of which is the Sandbook right here. The Sandbook is a good choice. You're going to benefit from decreased reload time with that culverin, and you're going to benefit from whenever the target is ablaze. That's the kicker, is whenever they're ablazed. You're going to deal 50% more damage to them. You also have this passive right here. Ablaze is going to be applied to enemies within 150 meters when you apply that ablaze with that culverin. That's what makes the Sandbook and the Barge stand out. No other boat is going to have that splash damage effect, which is going to result in a lot more healing. Now, what makes the Barge even better than this? There are two things. Number one, look at the damage on this. You have 6 gun ports in the front. You have 7 gun ports on your starboard and port. But look at the tooltip. 1800. That's not a lot. Swap to the Barge. Our tooltip goes up significantly. 3.2k damage. 5 gut ports. So that is more consistent damage. And then you got to look at the passives as well, guys. So while we have a little bit less range on that ablaze splash damage, we're going to build ablaze 150% quicker than the Sandbook is. So we're gonna have constant uptime on this, whereas the Sandbook is not only gonna hit for less damage consistently. When the target's ablaze, they'll hit about the same amount of damage. But you don't want an alternative source of ablaze on your Sandbook, so you're gonna exclusively use that culverin all around, and you're gonna have to use a different type of auxiliary weapon so that you don't accidentally apply a blaze the wrong way. Because if you do, you're jipping yourself on a heal. So that's why I recommend the Barge, guys, because we can go through and we can run. I'm using Divine Thunder as my bow and my stern. It lets me do a lot of single target damage still. Then I've got my port and my starboard as the Hellepoort. And for my auxiliary, I'm using Leopold so that if there is a brigantine present, you know what I mean, we're helping them build that flooded charge at least. The other option would be like Le Fleu is pretty good, but you want to stay away from like Crouching Tiger, because that's going to generate burning and that's going to take away from your healing. So just important notes. In terms of armor, guys, I'm using Buccaneer's Oath. This would actually work really, really well as well if you guys just wanted to like never die. You could run the Black Prince, this one right here. When you're low health, you're going to take 40% less damage, and then you could run that instead of, I'm using Signal Gong because this is going to increase the amount of damage our Blaze does, which in turn increases the amount of healing we get. I'm not really too worried about dying. I'm pretty good at mechanics, but if you're new, whatever reason, you don't want to take much damage, you can run Rigging Station with the Black Prince and this build, and you're gonna be almost unkillable. The only thing that's going to kill you is like one-shot mechanics, but you'll never have to watch your health in any kind of event really ever again. So that's very nice. In terms of furniture, guys, I took port powder kegs and starboard powder kegs just for 10% increased damage on both. I have charge doors. This is a tricky piece of furniture to use. Basically, when we're using those divine thunders right here, depending on the enemy, between 2 and 4 shots is going to apply the Stormstruck status effect, because this is lightning damage. When you do apply that Stormstruck status effect, you're going to deal 50% increased damage with your next effect, or your next attack. I like to combo that with a mortar if I can, because it's going to buff your mortar damage. If you can't, but you're able to get a Hellepoort to proc that ablaze is going to be hitting really, really, really hard, which is going to in turn increase your healing from that significantly. So that's just a little side thing. It's good to use accidentally, but if you can really control how you use it, it's even better. Culverin Works is an obvious choice because that's going to increase our ablaze application, the amount of damage our ablaze does, and so forth when done with the culverins. And then lastly, Gunpowder Bench, so when the target is ablaze, we're going to deal 10% more damage to them. Now, in my testing, this is the best that I've been able to put together, and I think that's everything you guys need to know. So enjoy, have fun, guys. Don't abuse it, or it will probably get taken away. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow for more stuff.